Can you really earn money from Bitcoin mining without owning any hardware? No noisy machines, no massive electricity bills, and no complicated technical setup. Just an app, a small starting amount, and the promise of daily Bitcoin payouts. It sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? So today, let's separate the marketing from reality and figure out who this actually makes sense for. Historically, Bitcoin mining has been dominated by professionals. We are talking expensive ASIC hardware, access to cheap electricity, and massive, industrial-scale operations. For most of us, getting involved in mining just wasn't realistic. But over the past few years, a new model has emerged: cloud mining, which is sometimes called hardware-free Bitcoin mining. And this has opened the door for everyday users to participate. The key question isn't whether it exists, it does, but whether it actually makes sense for you. So, here's how hardware-free Bitcoin mining really works. First off, you're not actually mining Bitcoin on your phone or your computer. That's a common misconception. Instead, you're renting a share of computing power, or hash rate, from large data centers that are already mining Bitcoin at an industrial scale. The platform you use runs the hardware, pays for the electricity, and handles all the maintenance. In return, you receive a portion of the Bitcoin that's mined, usually paid out to you daily. The appeal is obvious. There's no setup, no technical knowledge required, and you're not directly exposed to fluctuating electricity costs. For many people, this is the simplest and most accessible entry point into the world of Bitcoin mining. But let's be very clear about one thing: this is not free money. Your returns depend on several factors: the price of Bitcoin, the mining difficulty on the network, the level of competition, and of course, the platform's fees. During weak market conditions, your payouts can shrink significantly or even disappear entirely. And historically, many cloud mining contracts have underperformed the expectations set by their marketing. This is exactly why transparency is so important. The platforms that tend to survive long-term usually share a few key traits. They have very clear fee structures, their operations are verifiable, and they have simple, straightforward withdrawal rules. Anytime you see a platform promising guaranteed daily income or unrealistic returns, that should be a major red flag. So, who does cloud mining actually make sense for? Well, it's not designed for people who are looking to get rich quick. It's not a magic money machine. Instead, it can make sense for a few types of people. First, those who want exposure to mining without the technical hassle. Second, those who want to test the waters of Bitcoin mining with a very small amount of capital. And third, those who prioritize simplicity and convenience over maximizing their potential returns. You should think of it more as a way to gain access and education, not as an investment miracle. For many users, it's a valuable educational step into the broader Bitcoin ecosystem. So, why do people still use hardware-free mining, even when they know the risks? It's because they don't want to manage physical hardware, they don't want to lock up a large amount of capital into expensive machines that depreciate, and they want that feeling of daily interaction with Bitcoin. In other words, they place a high value on convenience and accessibility. And, of course, when Bitcoin prices start to rise, cloud mining suddenly becomes far more attractive, which is exactly why you see interest in it spike during bull markets. If you're curious and want to explore how cloud mining works in practice, I've added a link in the description below. It allows you to start small, test the platform for yourself, and evaluate the experience by withdrawing your earnings. There's no long-term commitment required. But the key rule here is simple, and it applies to everything in this space. Never invest more than you can comfortably afford to lose. This is about learning and gaining exposure, not about chasing unrealistic promises. Bitcoin mining without hardware is real, but it doesn't remove risk. It simply changes where that risk sits. If you approach it carefully, it can be a useful way to understand how Bitcoin mining actually works. But if you approach it blindly, it can become a very expensive lesson. So, use the link below if you want to explore it, but do so carefully and with clear, realistic expectations. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.